Hey everyone! In today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into one of the core principles behind Warren Buffett's incredible investing success, the power of compound interest. As we all know, Warren Buffett is considered one of the greatest investors of all time, with a net worth of over $100 billion. But how did he accumulate such mind-blowing wealth? His investing approach contains various insights, but compound interest sits right at the heart. In simple terms, compound interest refers to earning interest on your interest, causing your money to grow exponentially over time. While it may seem like a basic concept, properly harnessing the power of compounding is key to building long-term wealth. In this video, we'll learn from Buffett's time-tested wisdom on how small business owners can leverage compound interest. We'll cover what exactly it is, how it works in investing, Buffett's own use of compounding, and most importantly, how you can apply compound interest to grow your business's earnings and retirement funds. So whether you're just starting out or looking to expand your company, stick around as we unlock the magic of compound interest, Warren Buffett style. Understanding compound interest. One of the key concepts that Buffett uses to grow his wealth is compound interest. Compound interest is the process of earning interest on interest. It means that your money grows faster and faster over time, as long as you reinvest your earnings. Compound interest is often called the eighth wonder of the world, or the most powerful force in the universe. Albert Einstein once said, "Compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it." But what exactly is compound interest, and how does it work? Let's find out. Compound interest is the interest that you earn on both your initial investment and the accumulated interest. It differs from simple interest, which is the interest that you earn only on your initial investment. To understand the difference between compound interest and simple interest, let's look at an example. Suppose you have $1,000 and you invest it at an annual interest rate of 10%. How much money will you have after 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years? If you use simple interest, you will earn $100 every year, regardless of how long you invest. So after 1 year, you will have $1,100. After 5 years, you will have $1,500. And after 10 years, you will have $2,000. If you use compound interest, however, you will earn more money every year, because your interest will also earn interest. So after 1 year, you will have $1,100. After 5 years, you will have $1,610.51. And after 10 years, you will have $2,593.74. Compound interest gives you a much higher return than simple interest over time. The longer you invest, the bigger the difference becomes. This is because compound interest follows an exponential growth curve, while simple interest follows a linear growth curve. The rate at which your money compounds is determined by the interest rate and compounding frequency. For example, a 10% annually compounded rate will double your money every 7 years. Compounding works best over long periods of time. The earlier you start investing, the more your money can grow. As Warren Buffett says, someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. For investors, compound interest amplifies returns on everything from stocks and bonds to mutual funds and savings accounts. Reinvesting dividends and earnings leads to higher returns. For small businesses, compounding increases savings for expansion, rainy day funds, and accelerates business growth when profits are reinvested. Retirement funds like 401ks leverage compound growth to turn small regular contributions into substantial nest eggs. Starting early is key. Essentially, compound interest is what transforms seemingly small amounts into fortune over decades of patient, disciplined investing. Now let's examine specifically how it works in investing. How compound interest works in investing. Compound interest is not only applicable to savings accounts or loans, it also works in investing. In fact, compound interest is the magic of investing. It allows you to turn a small amount of money into a large fortune over time. The key to compounding your money in investing is to reinvest your earnings. This means that instead of taking out your dividends or profits as cash, you use them to buy more shares or assets. This way, you increase your ownership stake and your future earnings potential. Let's go back to our previous example and see how compound interest works in investing. Suppose you have $1,000 and you invest it in a stock that pays a 5% dividend every year. How much money will you have after 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years? If you don't reinvest your dividends, you will earn $50 every year as cash income. So after 1 year, you will have $1,050. After 5 years, you will have $1,250. and after 10 years, you will have $1,500. If you reinvest your dividends, however, you will buy more shares every year with your dividend income. This way, you will increase your number of shares and your dividend income. So after 1 year, you will have 20.25 shares instead of 20 and $51.26 in dividend income instead of $50. After 5 years, you will have 25.93 shares instead of 20 and $65.87 in dividend income instead of $50. And after 10 years, you will have 33.63 shares instead of 20 and $85.41 in dividend income instead of $50. As you can see, reinvesting your dividends allows you to compound your money faster and earn more income over time. The longer you reinvest your dividends, the bigger the difference becomes. Accelerating returns form a sharp contrast with linear growth, where profits simply add instead of multiply. Smart investors leverage compounding to supercharge their gains. Investors must remain disciplined, avoid withdrawing funds, and constantly reinvest earnings to keep compounding working in their favor. Patience and a buy-and-hold mindset are key. Types of investments that best harness compound interest include stocks, mutual funds, bonds, CDs, savings accounts, and retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs. Compounding doesn't happen automatically. You must consciously reinvest dividends, interest, and capital gains rather than spending them. In summary, compound interest acts like a snowball effect for your money when invested properly over decades. Now let's see how Warren Buffett has masterfully utilized it. Warren Buffett and compound interest. Warren Buffett is a master of compound interest. He has been investing since he was 11 years old, and he has never stopped reinvesting his earnings. He follows a buy-and-hold strategy, which means that he buys high-quality businesses at reasonable prices and holds them for the long term. He rarely sells his stocks unless he finds a better opportunity or the business fundamentals change. By following this strategy, Buffett has been able to reinvest his dividends and capital gains and compound his wealth at an astonishing rate. According to Forbes, Buffett's annualized return from 1965 to 2020 was 20.3%, compared to 10.2% for the S&P 500. This means that $1,000 invested with Buffett in 1965 would have grown to $27.4 million by 2020, while $1,000 invested in the S&P 500 would have grown to only $237,000. Some of Buffett's most famous investments are examples of compound interest at work. For instance, Buffett bought shares of Coca-Cola in 1988 for $1.3 billion. Today, his stake is worth over $20 billion, and he receives over $600 million in annual dividends. He has never sold a single share of Coca-Cola, and he has reinvested his dividends in other businesses. Another example is Buffett's investment in American Express in 1964. He bought shares of the company for $13 million when it was facing a financial crisis. Today, his stake is worth over $25 billion, and he receives over $500 million in annual dividends. He has also never sold a single share of American Express, and he has reinvested his dividends in other businesses. These examples show how Buffett has used compound interest to turn small investments into huge fortune over time. He has also used compound interest to grow his own business, Berkshire Hathaway, by reinvesting its earnings in more businesses. Today, Berkshire Hathaway owns over 60 companies and has a book value of over $400 billion. In essence, Buffett treats investing like planting seeds and letting the magical power of compounding work over time. Now let's examine how small business owners can implement similar principles. Applying compound interest to small business investing. You might be wondering, how can I apply compound interest to my own small business? Well, the good news is that compound interest is relevant to any business, big or small. As long as you have some money to invest, you can use compound interest to grow your wealth. Compound interest can have a significant impact on your business savings, expansion, and retirement funds. Let's look at each of these areas in more detail. Business savings. One of the most important things you can do as a small business owner is to save money for emergencies, opportunities, and contingencies. Having a cash reserve can help you survive unexpected crises, take advantage of new opportunities, and plan for the future. But saving money is not enough. You also need to invest your money wisely so that it grows over time and keeps up with inflation. This is where compound interest comes in handy. By investing your money in a high-interest savings account or a low-risk investment vehicle, you can earn interest on your savings and increase your cash reserve over time. Business expansion. Another area where compound interest can help you as a small business owner is business expansion. If you want to grow your business and reach new markets or customers, you need to invest in your business operations, such as marketing, product development, equipment, or staff. But investing in your business can be costly and risky. You need to have enough capital to fund your expansion plans, and you need to ensure that your investments will generate a positive return. This is where compound interest can help you reduce your risk and increase your reward. By using compound interest, you can leverage your existing capital and earnings to fund your business expansion. Instead of borrowing money from banks or investors, which can be expensive and dilutive, you can use your own money to grow your business. This way, you can retain full ownership and control of your business and avoid paying interest or fees to others. Retirement funds. The third area where compound interest can help you as a small business owner is retirement funds. As a small business owner, you may not have access to a traditional pension plan or a 401k plan that provides you with a steady income after retirement. You may also face more uncertainty and volatility in your income than a regular employee. Therefore, it is crucial that you save and invest for your retirement as early and as consistently as possible. But saving and investing for retirement is not enough. You also need to use compound interest to maximize your retirement savings and income. By using compound interest, you can turn a small amount of money into a large nest egg over time. You can also generate passive income from your investments that can sustain you during retirement. There are several ways that you can use compound interest to save and invest for retirement as a small business owner. Some of the most common ones are business savings account. You can use a high-interest savings account to save money for retirement. This is a low-risk option that provides you with liquidity and security. However, the interest rate may not be very high, and you may lose purchasing power due to inflation. Retirement accounts. You can use retirement accounts such as SEP-IRA or solo 401k to save money for retirement. These are tax-advantaged accounts that allow you to contribute a percentage of your income or profits to a retirement fund. You can then invest the money in various assets such as stocks, bonds, or mutual funds. The money grows tax-deferred until you withdraw it during retirement. Reinvesting profits. You can use reinvesting profits to save money for retirement. This means that instead of taking out your profits as cash income, you use them to buy more assets or businesses that generate more income. This way, you increase your wealth and income potential over time. You can then sell the assets or businesses when you retire and use the proceeds as retirement income. Investing in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds. You can use investing in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds to save money for retirement. This means that instead of keeping your money in cash or savings accounts, you use it to buy securities that pay dividends or interest or appreciate in value over time. This way, you earn income from your investments and benefit from capital appreciation. The key mindset is to remember that compounding takes time. Avoid tempted to cash out too early or divert funds. Be consistent. Reinvest wisely, stay the course, and compound interest will work its magic. Ways to utilize compound interest for small businesses. Now that you know how compound interest can help you as a small business owner in various areas, you might be wondering, how can I utilize compound interest for my small business? Well, the answer is simple. By starting early and being consistent. Compound interest works best when you start saving and investing as early as possible and keep doing it regularly. The earlier you start, the more time you have for your money to grow and compound. The more consistent you are, the more money you can accumulate and compound. To illustrate this point, let's look at another example. Suppose you want to save $1 million for retirement by the time you are 65. You have two options. You can start saving and investing $10,000 per year at age 25 at an annual interest rate of 8%. You can start saving and investing $20,000 per year at age 35 at an annual interest rate of 8%. How much money will you have by the time you are 65? If you start saving and investing $10,000 per year at age 25, you will have $1,223,459 by the time you are 65. You will have contributed a total of $400,000 over 40 years and earned a total of $823,459 in interest. If you start saving and investing $20,000 per year at age 35, you will have $1,028,986 by the time you are 65. You will have contributed a total of $600,000 over 30 years and earned a total of $428,986 in interest. As you can see, starting early and being consistent gives you a higher return than starting late and being inconsistent over time. Even though you contribute less money in total, you earn more money in interest. This is because starting early and being consistent follows a compound growth curve, while starting late and being inconsistent follows a simple growth curve. By using compound interest, you can save and invest for your small business more easily and effectively. This way, you can achieve your financial goals faster and with less effort. Tips for small business owners. To help you utilize compound interest for your small business, here are some tips that you can follow. Start early. The earlier you start saving and investing for your small business, the better. Even if you start with a small amount of money, it can grow into a large amount over time. Don't wait until you have more money or more time to start. Start now and reap the benefits later. Be consistent. The more consistent you are with saving and investing for your small business, the better. Even if you save or invest a small amount of money every month or every year, it can add up to a large amount over time. Don't skip or stop saving or investing for your small business. Keep doing it regularly and enjoy the results later. Leverage high-interest savings accounts or investments. The higher the interest rate that you earn on your savings or investments for your small business, the better. Even if the difference is only a few percentage points, it can make a huge difference over time. Don't settle for low-interest savings accounts or investments that barely beat inflation. Look for high-interest savings accounts or investments that offer competitive returns and suit your risk profile. Reinvest your earnings. The more you reinvest your earnings for your small business, the better. Even if you reinvest a small portion of your earnings every month or every year, it can multiply your wealth and income over time. Don't take out all your earnings as cash income or spend them on unnecessary things. Use them to buy more assets or businesses that generate more income and appreciate in value over time. Invest in quality businesses. The better the quality of the businesses that you invest in for your small business, the better. Even if you pay a premium price for a quality business, it can pay off in the long run. Don't invest in mediocre or risky businesses that offer low returns or high losses. Invest in high-quality businesses that have strong competitive advantages, loyal customers, consistent earnings, and growth potential. Common pitfalls to avoid. While compound interest can help you as a small business owner in many ways, it can also hurt you if you are not careful. There are some common pitfalls that you need to avoid when using compound interest for your small business. Some of them are impatience and expecting instant results. Compound interest works best when you are patient and give it time to work its magic. It takes time for your money to grow and compound, and it may not seem impressive at first. Don't be impatient and expect instant results from compound interest. Don't give up or switch strategies too soon. Stick to your plan and let compound interest do its job. Neglecting high-interest debts. Compound interest can work against you if you have high-interest debts that eat up your income and savings. It can be hard to save and invest for your small business if you have to pay a lot of interest on your debts every month. Don't neglect your high-interest debts and let them accumulate and compound. Pay off your debts as soon as possible, or consolidate them into a lower interest loan. Inconsistency in saving and investing. Compound interest works best when you are consistent with saving and investing for your small business. It requires regular contributions and reinvestments to grow and compound your money over time. Don't be inconsistent with saving and investing for your small business. Don't skip or stop saving or investing for any reason. Make it a habit and a priority to save and invest for your small business. In conclusion, compound interest is one of the most powerful concepts that you can use as a small business owner. It can help you grow your wealth, expand your business, and secure your retirement. It can also help you learn from one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett. But compound interest is not a magic bullet that will solve all your problems or make you rich overnight. It requires patience, consistency, wisdom, and discipline to use it effectively and efficiently. It also requires avoiding some common pitfalls that can derail your progress. As a small business owner, you have the opportunity and the responsibility to use compound interest for your benefit and advantage. You have the potential and the power to turn a small amount of money into a large fortune over time. I hope this video has provided a good overview of what compound interest is, how it works, Warren Buffett's insights, and most importantly, how you can start leveraging it for your business's benefit. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more business and investing content. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. This is not professional financial advice. Please do your own research and seek professional guidance for your specific situation.